He got a fright, you know.
So what did you do about it?
Well, Manners and that said, oh, Robin, he's all right, you know, he's just placid, he's just contented, he's not a nervous sort of kiddie, you know. So I thought, well, blow, there must be something, you know, and yet you test with tissue boxes and they'd work and you think, well, he's not deaf, you know. The lady at the clinic said, well, you can go into your acoustic centre if you want to, but she said, I really don't think there's much. He heard bells and he passed a little test with clappers and things. I thought, blow, and I'm going to. So I just went in without any doctor or anything behind me and said, can you test him? And after 3 or 4 progressive tests, there was definitely something the matter that he needed aids, you know, which meant...
Pathologist at the National Acoustic Laboratory is Mr. Ron Lenning.
Once the child has been referred to us, we're concerned to find out whether there is a hearing loss and its degree and type. We can test children from any age. It's a matter of when they get to us, we'll do what we can for them.
5 o'clock.
Whether or not the child can hear speech. The primary importance is whether the child can hear the sounds that people in the everyday world can hear. Using this technique here, which we call conditioned orientation response audiometry, we reward the child for a head-turning response which is made after the presentation of a sound. The reward is made... The sounds are progressively lowered until the time that the child either fails to respond or is responding to sounds which are so soft.
Once more.
I don't think so.
Response in the conditioned orientation response audiometry, we need to know how the middle ear is functioning, and to do that we use impedance audiometry, which is shown here. Impedance audiometry is looking to see how much the sound goes into the ear and how much of the sound is reflected out. It measures the mobility of the eardrum and has a look to see if there is any middle ear blockage in the ear. This is the most common thing to be found with children and and can be treated quite satisfactorily if we can get a medical referral as soon as we've found out.
There's some more. Open. Oh, there it is. Look. Debbie, I found it. Debbie.
Fran, what's...
Teach her the language of games, and the best way that children learn is through play. You are. Debbie. Mummy will hide it. Debbie, open. Put it in.
As well, so they can carry on the training.
Oh, most definitely. The parents are very, very important. Without the parents, the child will never be successful.
What about as the child...
Close to your lips, so the child will look at your lips as well as the car, and then make it very interesting. This is a car. It's a green car. It's a little car. Would you like the car? And then later on, when the child's starting to know the word, you're going to expect the child to make some attempt at the word, and then you'll reward them. Here's the car.
Gets older though. What sort of training is available in the schools?
And get special language training once again, and they're
discrimination against children who have such defects.
Well, you tend to find the parents mainly, not the kids. The kids will play fantastic, but the kids will see a deaf child and immediately think, oh, there's something wrong with that child, you know. And you can see them, they'll say to their children, don't go near that child, you know, don't go play with it. And it makes
that the child watches the facial expressions, the total facial expressions and lip reads. Sign language detracts from this. Natural gesture, you can't stop using your hands, and I don't think you should, but you should avoid using sign language to the children.
Task for deaf children in that there are so many words that look so much the same on the lips, the ambiguities of speech. It obliterates the ambiguities of speech.
So what's wrong with just straight out sign language then?
Well, that's a very difficult question to ask. Sign language perhaps limits the child's use of speech, whereas cue speech doesn't. It can't be used as a sign language. It must always be used with lip reading.
What are the girls doing at the moment when they're singing their song?
They are using their hearing, they are using lip reading skills, they are using rhythm in their voices, tone and pitch, which is most difficult for a deaf child to use.